This is just impromptu video, impromptu live stream rather. So I'm sitting there looking at my YouTube front, and I was looking up for some music videos, and then I see somebody wanna make something about Jeezy, Young Jeezy, and how Young Jeezy and Kevin Samuels, and trying to imply that Young Jeezy, Kevin Samuels, and uh, Tyler Perry is a part of the manosphere. And then he tried to use the moniker, y'all trying to tell black women you should choose better. Let me tell you the origins of you should have choose better tagline. You see, you one of these type of people that's trying to pander rather than try to seek out the truth, right? See, for me, the truth matters. And like what happened to Fresh and Fit, what happened to Just Pearly Things, what happened to Cynthia, what happened to Dennis Sperling, I hope it happens to you. You see, what happened to Just Pearly Things and Cynthia G is that YouTube is getting tired of y'all's gender war games, right? And I'm talking to you, you fake DJ, this so-called DJ over there, right? So you going to sit there and talk about, well, they should have chose better, right? Because you were looking at telling, because you put out this premise that Young Jeezy and Tyler Perry said, oh, these women should have chose better. Well, let me help you out. When Cynthia G, right? When this woman right here, when this woman back in the day, the woman that you support, the queen of black male dysfunction. That's her name, right? See, see, I used to call her the queen of black male dysfunction. So where was you? Where was you? I'm talking to this certain DJ. Where was you when the queen of black male dysfunction used the line, well, Bolton John should have choose better? When Bolton John had pictures of white women, you know, as Bolton John was being flown to be buried after his murder by the hands of Amber Geiger. Your girl is in the middle of this picture said he should have chose better. But you brought your old bald headed behind trying to create a narrative that's not even there. While you over there trying to beef with a dead man. That's the most classless thing I ever imagined. Trying to beef with a dead man. Man been dead for at least a year and a half. Here's you still trying to drag his name through the mud. And let me say something too about people like you. All right, people like you is that you making them more sympathetic. But let's talk about that later. Let me talk about that later on. Let's talk about the other man, right? Bacardi Henderson. I'm not gonna let this die. All right. I'm not gonna let this issue die. you're going to be honest with the when you having these discussions, when you having these live streams. Since you supposed to be an older man, I expect you to be honest. See, I expect elders, older people, to be honest about the words that come out their mouth. Because the thing is, you talking out of pocket and don't know the situation. That term you should have chose better came from those women who you hang around with, or the mindset. When Alfred White, and let me go back to Alfred White here, because yeah, let me go back to Alfred White, the guy who's in the right hand of this photo, the right hand of this meme here. That man was, and let me say something. All three of these men had lived in the state of Texas. Okay, that's partial reason why I'm not gonna jump on this. Oh, man. Oh, oh, yeah, man. BWE, Swirls Divestors. No, no, you're not going to sit there and trash anybody from our home state. All right. So each of these three gentlemen that you see right here was victimized and trashed after their deaths, after their demise, with the term he should have chose better. See, Alfred White was in Jasper, Texas. He was in a interracial marriage. Come to find out, he was in the woods, found in the middle of the woods in East Texas. But instead of talking about um, racism, white supremacy, colonialism involving his death, one of those women who you hang around with about 10 years ago, 10, 9 years ago, said, well, reason why he died is because he should have chose better. If he would have chose better, he would still be here. That's one of the women that you hang around with said. Now I'm gonna let them women over there expose themselves because I know who said it. But you all here talking about, well, that's just black men and the only black men are out here saying it. No, them sisters over there been saying it too. Let me say this again to you. Somebody being an older man like yourself, you always talk about how these men are angry, but understand you the one of the most angriest people around. See, the thing is, you try to cover up your anger with this righteous indignation, but at the same time, you don't even know what you're being righteous about because some of the parties that you involve yourself with is just as guilty as the men are. I said it again, just as guilty as the men are. See, you don't want to talk about that. You don't want to admit that two, three of those people over there are guilty of the same crime. All right. Now we got the other brother, Bacardi Henderson, the one who's in the middle of this picture here. Bacardi Henderson worked at the state legislature, right? He worked at the state legislature. He could have been one of the first black governor or first black senator, U.S. senator from the state of Texas. If you know his history, if you know this young man's history, his involved in politics and so forth, you know. But then there's people like you know, would ignore all of that because your girl, the queen of black male dysfunction. Let me say it again. The queen of black male dysfunction said he should have chose better in his vacation travels. He should have chose better. He should have chose to go to the Caribbean rather than to an Eastern European location. See, your boy Bacardi Henderson went to Greece with some friends and he got stumped to death by a group of Croatians. Croatians who was still angered about the Operation Alliance force during the 1999 bombing of Serbia and that conflict over there, the former Yugoslavia states, by the way. But he should have chose better. But yet you won't call out the queen of black male dysfunction on that. Which leads me to Bolton John here. You see, when it finally comes to Bolton John, uh, your girl became my personal enemy at this point. See, Bolton John was sitting there eating a bowl of ice cream, watching Monday Night Football when Amber Geiger showed up and sent him to his maker. But she also said when there was photographs of him with uh with a couple white women, your girl, the queen of black male dysfunction, said he should have chose better. He should have chose better. But yet, you ain't talking about that on your community tab. See, you want to go after Young Jeezy. You want to go after Tyler Perry for what? See, the thing is, and then try to take them and try to make them into Kevin Samuels talking about it has something to do with black women as a whole. See, one thing I don't like is somebody like you trying to use celebrity and try to use that to juxtapose that or project that onto other black men. Now, granted, I don't like most black men. I don't. The one. I mean, I'm talking about the ones on YouTube, the ones on social media. I don't like because their mindset is so deplorable. Their mindset is so uh, the first thing come out their mouth is it's on some foolishness. So therefore I would agree with that, but at the same time, I'd be damned if I'm gonna allow somebody like you to create a false narrative and a false uh, propaganda tool when some of the people within your ranks is just as guilty as the men are. And that's the problem with people like you is because you claim to be a 60-year-old man. And yet you do not display the wisdom, um, you know, wisdom to display uh, You don't show the wisdom to encourage healing. You don't. See, the thing is, most men do not respect you. Those who are manosphere, they don't respect you. People who are men like myself who are anti manosphere. Yes, I'm saying it again. Somebody who's against the manosphere, who's against the red pill talking points, I'm against you too. See, because you like to pander. And then there's no evidence of you trying to provide any any account of trying to heal both sides of the divide. There's no attempt in you doing it, and the reason why you know, because you need the gender war to survive. You need black men saying doing something wrong for you to advance your calling to advance to for the possibility. And I'm gonna say something to you. I want you to notice I'm not even saying your name. I want you to notice I ain't saying your name because I don't want you to get 1,000 subs. See, I'm not like those those detractors that you got, especially that fat idiot supposed to be a sheriff's deputy. I'm not gonna say your name. Unlike him, I'm not gonna say your name and put your name in the title. See, I know what you want. You want to be the next Cynthia. You want to be the next Storm Moreau. Moreau. No, I'm not gonna give you the benefit. I'm not gonna let you have that part. See, I've been on YouTube a long time. I know what the game is. All right. See, and the fact is though, you think that you can be everybody's daddy. And the thing is, you can't daddy in everybody over here. And you like to attack. And yes, you have flag. Let's not remember. Let's not forget. Let's not forget. Back on between July the 3rd and July the 4th of this year, 2023, you flagged my channel. When you was over here on my live stream, you flagged it because you did not like that you was disproved. Because you told me, oh, Big J, you part of this manosphere. Oh, you hate black women. Then I put out all these videos out in front of you. You didn't like that. So you left. And that's when I noticed later on that day I was flagged of the same videos that I embarrassed you on. Imagine that. See, I hadn't forgot about that. People like you and those in the manosphere, both sides, are part of the problem. You are trying to put out your anger out and just expose your anger out onto everybody else. See, you like to accuse me, Big J, of having an anger problem, while you the one displaying your anger onto everybody that disagrees with you. And that's the issue. See, you know you cannot hang with the people in the sector. So therefore you like to throw rocks rather and hide thy hand and then hide behind the women on the panel or in the chat room rather than you being a man by yourself and standing on your damn 2 feet. You won't do that. See, that's what happened on Sexy Red's channel. Back on the first day of September 2023, and you was confronted by myself and confronted by uh, Bro Speaks. about some messed up deals that you have made, right? You don't need neither of that. You try to, if it wasn't for passing $40 and you use passing $40 and his argument, him to cover up with questions that we was trying to ask about you. So yes. Um, anyway, that's all I gotta say on it. Leave it alone for right now. But I got a couple videos I need to do. I'm just relaxing, regaining my strength, and you know, and all that. So anyway, I'm out.